This is the third video in this section about building the platform to support our ecosystem. And today we're talking about assessment. How are we going to assess for the development of this ecosystem, to think about how well it is working, but also how developed it is. Is it actually growing? Is it flourishing and moving forwards? So there's a couple of canvases here that will help us think about different dimensions to that. Let's just jump into this first one. So this is looking at the network of actors and asking a number of questions to see the health of this ecosystem. Firstly, about integrity. What's the integration? Are the actors actually connected in this ecosystem, which would be a primary kind of consideration. Synergies, are they working together in synergistic ways? Alignment, are their activities actually aligned around the given challenge? If we took that example of urban mobility, are the actors in the system, are they connected? Do they know about each other? Are there any kind of synergies in the way they're working together? For example, getting integrated multimodal transportation, connecting buses with mass transit and so forth. Are they aligned around the actual challenge? We were talking mobility there. We're talking about accessible, affordable, accessible, and clean and safe urban mobility. Are the actors in their activities actually aligned around that challenge? Are they able to adapt, evolve, innovate, learn as an ecosystem? So we could be assessing these things to think about the health of our ecosystem. We also want to think about its development over time. So here we're thinking about 4 different levels. There's a canvas for this. I'll share it in the next slide. But it's saying the ecosystem develops essentially from being disconnected, a group of actors within a location. That example of the challenge of homelessness within a city, let's say, there could just be a set of actors there and are not really working together. The first level up from that then would be around them actually connecting and exchanging, but generally to meet their own needs. Moving up from there, different forms of collaboration to number of different actors around this given challenge, and ultimately kind of this ecosystem thing we're looking for. We get an infrastructure for collaboration, synergies, and alignment around the challenge. So it's actually working as an overall ecosystem, which is what we're aiming for here. So that's the ecosystem development canvas, which you can use to think about and assess the ecosystem you're developing here. You can see here kind of key questions. At each level, we can start asking questions about how to get to the next level. If we're down at the most basic level, we can say how might we build connections between the actors. That's what we're trying to do. Different activities there, hosting events, networking. Moving up from there, how can we build shared intent and strengthen real collaboration around shared opportunities? Moving up, how can we connect across networks and develop systems awareness? And ultimately, how can we enable systems level identity and shared direction to emerge? So really important to be thinking about and assessing how the ecosystem is doing. Those 2 canvases will help us. Is it moving in the right direction? Are we building the capacity? Are the activities we're doing actually supporting and enabling development of that ecosystem?